Hi, I'm here with Stuart Andrew, MP for Pudsey. Thank you very much for speaking to me.
Nice to see you.
We just got a few questions for you today. Obviously the general election's in May, so it'll be interesting to hear from you. Firstly, what are the key changes you think people living in your constituency are looking for from the next government?
Well, I think one of the things that I pick up a lot is obviously making sure the economy is right, because it's the thing that affects their everyday life. It's what means that, job security for them and their family, and brings in a wage so that they can provide for their family. So I think the economy is a really important one, keeping on the track to growth that we've got at the moment and making sure we build on that. But more locally, some of the issues that I get from people includes particularly concerns about building on the green belt, and looking at the traffic problems that we have in this constituency. So, I think there's a whole range of different issues. My postbag gets very full and I get all sorts of different things that people raise with me. So, it'll depend on a variety of different aspects.
And another issue that is regularly raised by your constituents is that of immigration. With the with the Conservatives' focus on economic growth, do you think you can realistically promise your constituents a reduction of immigration from inside the EU?
Well, I think that's always going to be difficult, because obviously we have the free movement of people that is part of our EU commitment. But I think what we're trying to do is look at some of those areas. If people are coming here to help us build the economy, to take some of the jobs that where we desperately need people, and it is controlled immigration, then that's a good thing. Where people get frustrated is when there's uncontrolled immigration and people are able to perhaps then take advantage of some benefit system that we have. We're trying to change those so that actually, you have to have been living here and working here for at least 3 months before you're entitled to any benefits, and even then you would only get that for a short time. We want to take that further, so that actually what we're trying to draw here is the economic migrants, the people who are going to come and work and create good standard of living for them and for the country. That's the sort of immigration we want to see.
Okay, so bearing that in mind, with Roger Tattersall, the UKIP prospective parliamentary candidate in your constituency this year, do you think his party's stance on immigration will deter voters from voting for you?
Well, we don't know is the honest answer. The fact is that UKIP have done particularly well in local elections recently, but I think there's evidence to show that they've perhaps taken support not just from the Conservatives but also from the Labour Party. But I think there are so many ifs and buts about this election that it really is going to be very interesting, and I don't think anybody can call it. We don't know what's going to happen to the Liberal Democrat support. Will that crash away as some people predict? I don't think it will, actually. Will UKIP's support be as strong as it has been in some of the by-elections and the local elections? We'll have to wait and see. But I'm mindful of the fact that, this is a marginal seat, and I'm trying to work as hard as I can to get re-elected, based on a record of hard work for my constituents.
And finally, as it was found in a recent survey by Populus for left-leaning think tank demos, that about 44% of 18 to 25-year-olds have yet to decide which party to back in the coming general election. If you were re-elected, what policies would you support that will improve living standards for young people?
Well, I think the fact that we've created, about 2 million apprenticeships in this Parliament shows that we're committed to helping people find long-term work. So even if, going to college or university is not for you, then we've created these apprenticeships to help you on the path to work. That's starting to help by bring down long-term youth unemployment, and for me that's one of the things that we've really got to tackle. I want young people to be able to find the security of a job as early as possible, and through the creation of those apprenticeships, through building our economy, that we then have the jobs and prosperity that we need. That's the sort of start I want for young people in this constituency. It's why I organised a job fair not so long ago, because I want these young people to find the opportunities to mix with the local employers and talk to them about the needs that they have, so that they can then, hopefully get a job. And from that jobs fair, we saw people secure employment, and I think that for me is the most important, is building a strong economy so that there's job security for them to earn a decent wage.
Okay, thank you very much, Stuart.
You're welcome. Thank you.